All right, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's up? All right, what's going on? Good morning. Man, I had a little hiccup here with this mic. I don't know why it's not picking up on my computer. What's up, guys? Good morning. Market just opened. We missed the bell. We missed the bell, So trading's off for the day. See you tomorrow. You guys doing good? Cool, cool. Right on. What's up, everyone? What's up, Stuart? What's up? Jose, what's up? What's up, Greg? Lewis? What up, y'all? Cool, cool. Let's head over to the charts, yeah? Let's see Bitcoin. Let's look at what we did yesterday. This is this morning's live session yesterday. This is our little trade idea, huh? So I would say it turned out okay. What do you guys think? Does it look pretty accurate? Huh? Also, yesterday, during the live session, by the way, if you don't know, I trade live every single day. I have a community. If you want to join, there's a wait list open for the 4-day challenge. You can join. Doors are open right now to join the wait list. We're going to host a 4-day challenge. I'm going to show you everything that I do in those 4 days. If you want to join us, you can. To join the community, it's free. Link is in the pinned comment if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, man, like I've been doing this for like 18 months with this community. It's amazing, just trading live every single day, holding nothing back. And sometimes we just go through a string of ideas, right? A little garbled. My audio's garbled. Garbled. What a word. Garbled. Okay. Hold on, let me see. maybe that'll help. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think it was just like the music here or something. I'm not really sure. So my bad. You're an old man. Okay. Right on. But anyways, like sometimes you have these string of ideas, right? And Troy, you can vouch for me here. We have these string of ideas that just pan out. And sometimes you have a string of ideas that don't really pan out. I mean, just how trading works, right? So yeah, we've been on a tear, man. But this Bitcoin idea was pretty accurate, I'd say. I'm pretty proud of that because I was waking up this morning, I was like, yeah, man, this is looking like it could be a nice little breakout here. Obviously, a little trend line, Are you a trend line trader? Bro, I'm a profitable trader. That's all I care about. Isn't that all you should care about? Like, we have tools in our bag, right? And we use those tools depending on what the market gives us. People don't like to hear that because they go, oh my God, I gotta know so much. But reality is, like, you just have to have tools in your tool belt, or else. I had a comment on YouTube, like, I had a comment that said, like with the Dow, with the industrial average compared to like the Nasdaq, compared to the ES, like SMT. Let me get the chart up, and then it'll make more sense, right? Like this, right? He said, "Do you think that like for when these aren't correlated, when they're not moving together, these three instruments, right? Like, do you think that like the same traders are in all three and they're supposed to move together?" And it was a great question. What he wasn't trying to be an like a jerk or anything, right? He was just like asking a real question, and the reality is that this is just one thing that we look at. SMT, the cracks in correlation between correlated instrument or pairs or commodities or whatever you want to look at, cryptos, whatever, that gives us an idea of what might be happening um, under, underneath the asset, under like the undertone of what's going on. Is the sentiment bearish, bullish? These kind of things can the SMT can just give you a, what do we call it, Troy? Odds multiplier. Odds multiplier. That's what we call it. So it's not like you purely use that to take a trade. Here's yesterday's trade for the Nasdaq. I'd say that worked out pretty well. What do you guys think? This was done live. Once again, done live. Everything live. So there you go. Nice. We went ahead and took that target out, and then price just kept going, eh? So let's check out what we have going on now. This is sort of my, rundown of what I like to do in the mornings. Just kind of go to a higher time frame. Nice little breakout above the higher range. We start with the NASDAQ always. I'll go to gold. I'll go to FOREX. You can drop me a comment if you want me to cover something or whatever. But right now, just kind of do my thing here. Like a weekly time frame, obviously we're breaking above this prior high. This is the all-time high, obviously, with the NASDAQ. So is this going to continue with a strong breakout? You know, if it's going to be a real break to the upside, I would consider this just the start of what is going to be massive volume here, right? So daily time frame, we can see we're in an uptrend. We have a higher high, higher low, boom, boom, boom. There's a higher high, higher low. And then are we going to print today a higher high? Yesterday, I would consider that a higher high because the body of the candle closed above the bodies over here. So that is to me a higher high. That's how I look at structure. So I think we are safe to say that we are, you know, we did create a higher high. We did gap up a little bit. Looks like a little gap up. So yeah, essentially on the daily time frame, we're headed up, just like I got this arrow right there up. Let's go to the floor. It's so funny because all these YouTubers are like, the market's gonna crash, 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 wah, wah, wah. And it's like, dude, do you know how to chart at all? Like nothing's saying that right now. But anyways, okay, so 4 hours, you can see this 4-hour volume breaking the range. This is the consolidation, right? We went down, tested this old 4-hour fair value gap yesterday morning, broke up, higher highs, pretty clear skies right now. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you count this little count, but 6 green, mine are white, but green candles, so 6 to the upside, heading into 7, and this closes in 17 minutes, this 4-hour candle. You can see there's a little bit of selling pressure at the top, and just a peek over here, just a little peek at Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? It's going up, so it could be a little bit of a leading indicator for us seeing that, you know, usually when Bitcoin is bullish, you will find that the undertone of the market over here on the NASDAQ, on the S&P, on the Dow, well, really the NASDAQ and S&P more than anything, these tend to be pretty bullish. So just kind of taking a look at there. Filling those FVGs, Sam says. Yeah, Sam, exactly. Yeah, filling these. Well, could, you know, these down here maybe. Who knows? But yeah, let's go ahead, and there's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna get rid of some stuff just so we can kind of take a look at some cleanliness here. You know? Gotta brush your teeth, you gotta smell good, you gotta look clean, and as my grandma says, someone's gonna like you. You smell good, you look clean, someone's gonna like you. There's the all-time high for the NASDAQ, finally taking that out. We have S&P global. What is that? PMI? Oh, we have PMI coming out. Yeah, let's take a look at news just to make sure. Yeah, we got PMI coming out in about a minute. That's a 9:45. So we're really not going to do anything for this news drop. We also have ISM PMI services coming out at 10 a.m. This is the day Fed Chair Powell speaks. Oh, okay. So yeah, news first. Yeah, well, all this little pumpy pump could be a little dumpy dump when he takes the stand, right? Every time he speaks, like every single time, the market just fades. I don't know why. But anyways, okay, so news coming out soon. All-time highs got taken. It's a breakout. Here we go. Nice volume. Here's the 1 hour. Let's go ahead and mark some stuff up, eh? I'm gonna put on the Asia session range. And Troy, feel free to cut in here anytime, man. Like, if you see something, you know, I know you're already probably cruising on something. You typically are. But yeah, man. All right, so all-time highs got taken, so I'm gonna delete that. We got Asia lows. We got, well, first of all, we got a shelf. We just have to recognize that that never got tapped. Now, if you don't know about shelves, if you're not clear on this concept, I mean, first of all, this is why I suggest backtesting until you like feel like you've done it more than anyone else in the world, and then just do it some more, because I promise you haven't. That's how you're going to get better, and just practice this concept of shelves. Okay, I have a video on my YouTube channel. I show it every day when I trade. It's like this is how you're going to see structure better. And shelves mixed with swing points. Usually people just start with swing points and they stop there, but really this is the most important thing because it'll show you what the sentiment of the market is doing in that time period. Meaning right now, like price is pretty bullish, right? We left behind a 4-hour fair value gap right here. I'm going to mark that out. Why is that important? Because this is inefficiency. The space between this candle right here, between this wick and that wick, is called a fair value gap, right? And that space, it represents an area that is potentially where traders got left behind, potentially inefficiency and potential liquidity, meaning we have buyers sitting down there, orders that did not get picked up. That's the way you kind of look at it. And what do we have there? What makes sense right there? Well, we also have a shelf. Now, what is the shelf? The shelf is an area that price will typically come back to and retest. It is the resistance, in this case, resistance turned to support, right? So you could potentially, the reason why I don't label it support is because the way I look at support is with order blocks, and order blocks would be like down here, right? At your swing point. So this isn't really like technically support, but the way I see it is support. It is support at this point, right? Resistance turns into support once it's broken. You've also probably heard of like break and retest, like same concept, you break, you retest to continue. And this whole N pattern, the N pattern, is something you just see over and over and over, and it just shows, that's like a typical straightforward pattern in price action. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just what price does. So there's that. Right, Mike? Mike's like, what? It's a little hot in my room. I got to turn down the AC. Hold on. Here we go. Let me turn that puppy down, baby. There we go. Okay. So what could price do? Well, potentially price could come down here, grab this 4-hour, maybe grab London lows. But if it's going to grab London lows, it's most likely going to come in. I would say, if I were, a market maker, I'd want to buy more down here. Maybe this is a better place to buy. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Do you think it's better to buy up here or down here? And this is the question. This is why traders, like, in my opinion, this is why a lot of people get confused on technical analysis, because they're like, oh man, you're at all-time high. Why would you buy at all-time high? Because there's $7 trillion on the sidelines. I said it yesterday. I keep saying, guys, there's a lot of money that's still sitting over on the sidelines. And if you're a funds manager and you want to keep your job and the market's going up and you're not in the market, it's better to put your money in the market and lose a little, right, than not put your money in the market. You're about to get fired, bro. So the point is that there's still a lot of money on the sidelines, and with the sentiment of the market's bullish. So I really don't see, also news, right? Just look at the news catalyst. Like, I don't even know what the news came out. It didn't do anything, but what happened? Okay, we got 10 a.m. Sorry, guys. It's 10 a.m. is going to be, I was faked out a little bit. That was final PMI. Let me see. That was an orange folder. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, we got ISM PMI services. The big one today is at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Fed Chair Powell speaks. That's the big one today, okay? So at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, right? Eastern. So you need to be thinking, all right, what are the possibilities? Let me back this up. What's most likely? All right, if Fed Powell's going to speak at 1:45, then the market's most likely going to either range, it's going to be cautious. But let's talk about what he's doing real quick. Okay, let's pull up what he's doing. He's speaking at the New York Times Deal Book Summit. Is this a big deal? No pun intended. No, it's not, right? We already know that Fed has been extremely dovish. They're not trying to ruffle any feathers. He wants his job, before, I mean, Trump's taken office and he's already said he don't like Powell. He want to replace him. He doesn't really have the power to do that. But regardless, I don't think that Powell wants to ruffle any feathers right now, right? So there's like a 70 something percent chance, it's very high, that we're gonna get a 0.25 basis cut in December or whatever the next one is, in December. And so is this speech really gonna do anything? No, right? Am I talking to myself? What? Don't be a jerk, Sam. I'm talking to you, man. I'm trying to put it all together. Does this not matter? You just want me to say, go long, go short. Come on. This is all the stuff I think about, It doesn't really play. You're right. It doesn't really like make that big of a difference. But I like the news. I like to be up to date with what's going on because we're traders, man. We got to know our craft. Part of our craft is knowing the economy. And I think it's important. So I talk about it. All right. Earmuffs, children. So anyways, all right. So like, is there going to be some catalyst news event, crazy market shit? Like some crap is going to have to happen for that to happen. He's going to have like a heart attack or something. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And then I'm going to look like I knew. But anyways, bottom line is I don't think it's going to do much. So I think maybe the market is just in a really kind of like a continuation / hold pattern until the next catalyst, which is unemployment. Now, unemployment will affect, if we see unemployment claims go up, which is tomorrow, right? Then that does actually serve as a catalyst for who knows, possibly who knows what they do, right? We don't know. But at this point, I think everything's pretty green, pretty nice. Look at Bitcoin kind of doing its thing, kind of going up, and then it's like, So I think maybe that's more or less, obviously it just kind of looks like range right now. Now, what do I like to do in this after the market opens here? Well, I do have a couple things marked. I mean, you got, previous daily low way down here. Guess I'll mark that. I don't know, man. Like, I just kind of look at this as, okay, let's just see what happens with momentum. Because the first 15 minutes, I mean, that candle range is going to get marked. Let's do that real quick, okay? So first 15-minute candle is right here, that 8:30 candle, right? So I'm going to mark the high and the low. All right, so there's that. Now, this will help you if you're trying to figure out where the market's going for the day. What did you say? All right, Sam, you're confusing the crap out of me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I love you, dog, but you're crazy. You're crazy, man. It's what you do. Yeah. Yeah, so first 15-minute candle range. I want to see this 15-minute candle close outside of this range. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking at this 1-minute time frame to see how that looks, okay? Right now, we're just consolidating. We're not doing much of anything. There's a lot of up and down. You see all that candle, up and down candles right there? There's a lot of mess. That's mess, all right? So I'm not really interested in trading mess. I'm interested in trading direction, right? And so like you take a look at, sort of just going back to yesterday. Let's zoom down in here on this 15-minute. And, what happened? This is the first 15-minute candle right here, right? 15-minute candle. And what happened? We went down, we tapped, price was bullish, and we closed like very nicely. There's the first 15. That's 8:30. Right? Oh, my bad. This is 8:30 right here. Let me just mark this out, okay? And there's the 8:30 candle, right? So a little manipulation down, and then where did we close? Where did we close up here? Right? That candle closed just above the range, yeah? Next candle looked really good. I said that looks good. I'm going to take that. I ended up getting in on whatever this pullback was on a lower time frame. There was some type of shelf. I think it was right here, 5-minute shelf right here. So we'll go down to the 5 and I'll show you what that looks like just so you can see the setup. So we're all on the same page. Where's the shelf on a 5? Well, it's right here, Johnny. Right? So it's called a continuation trade. And that's all it is. Just a little bit of a continuation trade. So looks like, looks pretty good to me. 15-minute closed outside the range. Looked bullish. And That's all she wrote, right? And then we had a target. What was the target? Well, the target was all-time highs, right? But let me turn this back on. You can see previous daily high was right here. So that was right there. And it's crazy because as soon as it grabbed that previous daily high, look at what price did, right? I thought this was really interesting. Like literally looked like it was just like a fake out, like you were just gonna tank or something. Like the market was like, ah ha ha ha. No, no, it's just structure, man. It's just structure. It's just higher high, coming back, creating a higher low, a little bit of consolidation. The market, goes into that afternoon type of session, and then in the afternoon, boom, 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 boom. There's your leg higher. So what did I tell you yesterday? If you were on live with me, you would know. I said it could be an afternoon play, and that's exactly what it was. It was an afternoon play. So even though we did take out this high, and it wasn't necessarily the afternoon, it was only like, what is that, 10:40, whatever. The afternoon session is where you got the leg up, you know? So that in the morning, sometimes it can show you kind of like direction, but it'll back off, consolidate, manipulate a little bit. And then in the afternoon, it'll actually push to the direction that it was intended to go in. That might be a lot for you to take in right there. No big deal, man. When you've been trading 7 years, it'll all make sense. Most things don't make sense in the market and people try to make sense of it. I just say, I don't really know. And people don't really love that answer, but there's a lot that we just don't know. So I give up. How about that? You're going to be in and out, have a few meetings today. Well, man, everyone was worried about that, Dakota. I know we all were just talking about it. So I'm really happy you put that out. Thank you, bro, for letting us know. Appreciate that. Okay, so we got ISM PMI coming out here. 2 minutes to go. So here's what I want to see. And I don't think I'm going to get it. We'll see. We have a couple minutes, right? And I want to see, first of all, there's no real like liquidity, manipulation of liquidity just yet. We grab London's high up here. This is not really much of anything. It's just the all-time high. I wanted to ask Troy. He's too quiet. Troy, you gotta cut me off, bro. You gotta say, hey, Mike. But I wanted to see if there's any SMT, but I just want to say, I want to see this 15-minute candle body close above or below the first 15-minute range. It's not going to happen on this candle, I don't think. So without further ado, Troy, take it away, sir.
Yeah, so I was wanting the NAS to not take out the high, but it did. But there's still SMT between the Dow and the NAS and S&P. So there's still a little bit in play for us to move down. So right now I'm looking at the Dow's high, right? So my whole goal is just to wait for a short setup, play out, because we're in premium, and that still could be a possibility news. But what I have to do is I'm really focused in on the Dow previous high. So if that gets taken out, I'm not really interested in trading. And these weeks that are after holiday and during holiday seasons are kind of wonky, and price doesn't really do what you expect, and it's by design. I think it's to get people in, get them excited or whatever, and then all of a sudden the market reverses on you and you get wrecked, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now. I do think that it would be nice for us right now to go down and fill a little bit of the imbalance below us if we're going to continue higher, right? So we've been, and something else too that we've talked about in the past is when you have a large range that is created the day before, usually what happens the next day, right? Even though we have news, what typically ends up happening? Well, we end up consolidating, right? All right, so there's the news out. I don't know what it was, but
yeah, it's pending still. ISM PMI came in a little lower than expected. So it came in at 52.1. Expectations were 55.7. Just as a manufacturing index, right? So Are we
Got
manufacturing
it.
more or less? Came in a little bit less. This is good for currency typically, but maybe not as great for the market. It really doesn't. I don't see the catalyst there because everything's being priced in already. I feel like the basis cut 2.25 has already been priced in already. So I don't really see this being like a huge deal.
Right. So anyway, I would like to see us go down into, maybe the 1 hour fair value gap below us, or the daily candle open. There's a 1 hour fair value gap there as well. And there's also, look, what time frame was I on when I saw that? I thought I saw a little gap in price. Maybe I did.
I
Yeah,
guess
on the daily candle.
something's
Yeah, if you go to a daily candle, there's like a big jump up, right?
yeah. Hold on 1 second. There is a gap. I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, yeah, the little gap right there. See that?
Yeah,
So a
absolutely.
lot of times price likes to go back down and fill that before it continues to go higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark.
So something
Whoa,
that
what happened? I'll just put that as daily gap. It's good to note for sure. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, because typically, I mean, we are a little high above the gap for the day, so maybe we don't go down there and fill it today, but that is definitely noteworthy because it's right there. And I mean, it would make a lot of sense, honestly, for prices. What is that? Oh, that's only like 40 points, dude. Oh, no, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. Maybe I looked at that wrong. Okay, that's like 120, 130 points. That's not that far. Could still fill it and go up for the day. You could easily fill that and still be bullish for the day. So, as of right now, market structure is up. Everything looking good. 15-minute, like I said, did not close outside of that first 15-minute range. So just kind of keeping our eye on that. Why is that important? Why do I keep my eye on that? Because that's what I have to go off of. Like, it's just a little trick that I use to help me decide whether or not the market has decided or picked a direction. Uh, Kevin, let me know what you mean by that. The daily gap. Oh, he said, why is it measured from the candle's body to the wick? So, because let me go back to the daily. That's where the market closed right here. That body is where the market closed from yesterday. And and that wick is where like the market opened here, right? And then it pulled down and filled a little bit of the gap, but that's the rest of the gap that hasn't been filled. Does that make sense? So it opened here and then the market pushed down and then went up. Like the actual gap when it opened was like all the way there, right? So it was all the way to the body, but it filled a little bit of the gap. So it just has, yeah, more gap. The thing that you want to look at when you're seeing gaps, and this is a little like pro tip. Just I mean, like I've know like this is something that'll actually help you. And you guys that have been trading with me a long time, you already know that this happens on all time frames. But like, let's say this candle like didn't have a bottom wick, right? And it was up here. Like I'd be very, very certain that we would be coming down here today or very soon. I'd be looking for shorts. Does that make sense? Because like you go and you look at all the daily candles, show me one that doesn't have a top or a bottom wick that hasn't been filled in. So here's one, didn't have a top wick, right? What did price do? It made its way right back and created that top wick. And this is something you'll learn how candles are formed with me. If you join my 4-day challenge as well, like I'm going to be going over this stuff. So by the way, 4-day challenge is going to be anyone that's in here or that doesn't know, we host this 4-day challenge every so often. I'm going to show everything behind the curtain, exactly what we do. So if you want to join it, you can. And like the idea there is that, you know, what are the odds that you don't have a top or a bottom wick? It's very low. So if the candle opens up without a bottom wick and you have a gap, you have two things going for you. So last night, I don't know how this opened up. Like, let's go down to the 5-minute just for fun and see how this opened up real quick. Okay, so let's see here. Where's the open? Right here. Okay, so you can see, look at this. This is this is pretty much the exact like opposite, which is interesting. So price moves down right when the market opens. You get this bottom wick. What don't you have? You didn't fill this gap and you don't have a top wick, right? So what does the market do? It instantly goes back, like it fills it very quickly, right? But this is just on a lower time frame. But yeah, so you have the gap plus you have no top wick. So like, you know, there's a lot going for, and price is bullish on top of it. So it's like, if you get all of that, plus you have market direction on your side, that might be worth a trade idea. You know, trade idea. That's what this game is all about, right? It's all about trade ideas. And you know, there's good trade ideas and there's bad trade ideas. And a lot of times we don't know what's what until we execute, you know? That's just what it is. And that's why I always tell people that the difference between one like a lot of people know particular strategies, or like, let's just say like, I don't know, the ICT 2022 model, right? Pick one. Like everyone has the same setup. Why isn't everyone profitable, right? It just boils down to, okay, you have this idea. Now, what's your execution like? What's your money management system? You know, if things go south, where are you invalidated? Because that's the holdup, man. Let's just like be real. People don't know, and I'm going to say don't know. It's not that they think that they're right. Just people don't know if their idea is wrong or right. Because what happens when you get into a trade and it runs against you, and you have this idea, your little stupid idea where you think your stop loss should be, okay. But reality is that's just your stupid idea. And reality is that you've seen that when your stop loss gets hit, what does the market do, right? And it only takes a couple of times for your brain to go, oh, I don't like that. You don't like this it's worse than losing. It's when your stop loss gets hit and the market turns right back in the direction of your trade and you would have made a lot of money, right? And you're like, I hate that. So people hang on to drawdown just because they don't know, is my trade idea invalidated, or like, and the reason they don't know is because they're not 100% confident with like price action, like being able to sort of feeling like you're hearing it. Even if it's all fake, I feel like I'm hearing price action. I don't know if that makes sense, because I don't really believe we can read the market. Like I'm not a big believer in that. You're just kind of guessing with your best, but you got to guess. It's like gambling, you know what I mean? Like there's successful gamblers, man. And the way they do it is it's all money management, you know? And it's like, well, I'm going to take a guess right now. It's going to be based on these things. I don't really know if these things are creating the edge or not. I don't feel like that's what it is. I feel like it's just my money management, you know? But I say that and I say that with like a little bit of like being facetious a little bit, because without those things, I have nothing. Like without the things that I think I see, we have nothing. Like what do you have? You're just going to flip a coin and guess? Good luck. Like you're definitely going to lose. So it's like, yeah, all right, I think it'll help. But at the end of the day, it's all about how long you've back tested, and does your back test reflect positive results consistently? And are you able to take that back test, put it into a forward test situation, and not get caught up over the time difference, because the only difference is going to be you waiting, for time, because time goes very slow. In real time, time goes very slow. So that's all. That's it. So bottom wick, top wick, all that stuff. I mean, it's great, but I mean, at the end of the day, what's price saying? That's all. That's all I care about. What is it saying? So nice little break above that 15-minute candle range. We're taking out the highs right there. That was a really strong move to grab the all-time high. Wow. We got 4 minutes on this 15, so we're going to let it play out. So price is looking, what does it look like? It looks bullish. I bet Bitcoin, did it spike up? What did it do? Okay, so still underneath this previous swing. I'd like to see Bitcoin close above this area, okay? Because this is your higher high, right? Kind of made like a equal bottom, some equal lows here maybe, right? So this is sort of what I would consider the resistance area for Bitcoin. And right, so it'd be nice, right, Troy, if we could see Bitcoin kind of break out here, it'd be a little bit of a tell that, okay, market's looking pretty healthy. Let's check out Nvidia real quick. It's interesting. So she broke above the shelf. Here's a shelf, right? This was the retest zone for Nvidia. She broke above the shelf. What does that mean? Well, now that area is going to act as support. So I'm bullish on Nvidia now. So Nvidia is going up. Okay. That's good. I think we'll end with a green day on Nvidia. It's already green. Let's take a look at the overall markets real quick. All right, so the VIX is pretty stagnant, so not really seeing anything there. Overall, the market is pretty neutral. You got Amazon looking decent, micros chilling. Super micro has been insanity lately. If you haven't been following that, it's just, look, do I trade these? No, not really, but I like following them. Why? Because I'm a trader, man. The freaking A, man. You want to know what the market's doing? Come on. Be in the vein, baby. Gold kind of backing off. I think gold is just in this really tight consolidation phase. I think gold's going down, okay? But I don't want to like speak on that too aggressively, because it just, I don't know. We don't know what's happening with Russia. That's the big key. I think that she's just chilling right here for a minute. So I'm not interested in trading gold right now. She has no direction. Volatility is still in a downtrend, but we're getting pretty low on the volatility index. Like I said, that low 15, getting back into the 12s, even like pulling back even more. You could pull back more. So that would allow for markets to go up. Yeah, everyone's waiting for Fed chair to speak probably today before, maybe just because. Why not? Just because. There's uncertainty. Maybe he says something crazy. Who knows? So maybe those are waiting for him to speak. What else are we seeing? Anything, Troy? Nothing really, huh? No SMT yet.
Not really. The NAS did grab its previous high, and the S&P hasn't. This is just on a really small time frame.
Right.
But I have to wait for this hour candle to close for it to really mean a whole lot. But it's just showing weird. It's just kind of being weird right now. Like it's like,
yeah.
The S&P's going down, the NAS is going up, the Dow Jones is kind of going down a little bit on this hourly candle. There's a little bit of correlation for me, right? So, but really need the candle to close and see those differences in the candles to really know what's happening. We really haven't grabbed anything down below to really give us a reason to keep going up. And it would make a lot more sense for people to buy at a discount versus right now. So I don't know, man. We could definitely see some profit taking, but we got news at 10 or 1.
Yeah. Yep. 145. 145.
145. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what price is doing. Just it might just range here, and then typically 30 minutes after he speaks, price does its move. You know. That's all I'm really seeing right now. Nothing crazy. So like the S&P is dropping down into that 1 hour fair value gap. The NAS isn't. So things could just be, you know, getting ready and prepared to go higher. So just
Yeah. I looked
yeah,
at this. Yeah, I'm looking at this, guys. This candle, this candle right here, 15-minute candle, closed above the previous range. Okay. So look at where it's closed, just barely, right? It's like literally 3 points above. Um, but it did close above the range. Now that's showing obviously more bullish sentiment and everything. I marked out this shelf here, little suspect. I wanted to kind of just see what happens in the next few minutes because we are getting a nice dip. This is a cracking correlation, and this crack, once again, it's an odds multiplier. It goes it goes against the idea of us just going up. Like that everything's all fine and dandy and we're just going to retap this shelf and go up. It goes against that idea. Plus, we have a manipulation move. This is a manipulation right here. All right. So price took out the highs. That's a manipulation move. Potentially manipulation. Let me say potentially because I don't know, but it could be, maybe it's not, but it could be potentially manipulation, right? So if we want to find a good trade, we just have to be patient, patient, patient. And then, oh yeah, you got to do this thing. It's called be patient. So usually I would just go like here. I would probably go long off this shelf, but I wanted to see what this candle did. And it's crazy because that first minute candle of this 15 minute, it gave a top wick. You can see over here, got a top wick, just a little one. And then it instantly disrespected this shelf. And so I backed off of the idea instantly. You see, I was setting up. I was even setting up in my own, like I got my live account up and I was ready to do it. I was going to make a move, but I'm glad I didn't because that right there is very tricky. She's very tricky right there. So, yeah, I like, okay, I'll tell you what I think. I think that this candle says we're going up. I think that we go reclaim the highs. That's what I think we do. I think we reclaim these highs. I think price will, whoops, will ultimately take out that high. Whether it's a manipulation move or not, I don't know, but we got about what, 30, 40, 50 points. Let's see. Yeah, you got about 30 points to the high. That's what I think it'll do. I'm not taking the trade though. Um, because of a lot of reasons. Number one, the liquidity grab was up above, and now I hate that. I just don't like what I'm seeing. So if I were to trade that, I would have traded it with less sizing. Um, you know, if I just think market is going up because of how this 15-minute candle presented itself, yes, it closed bullish above the previous range here. Okay, that's nice. It actually closed nice above the range. But this particular candle disrespecting the shelf is what held me up right there. So I was just kind of like, maybe not, you know. At the end of the day, here she comes, and oh boy, she's looking nice. And I did say Nvidia was looking good too, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I think we go up. So even though this divergence is kind of, I don't ever really look at that when I don't really look at that without Troy. Troy is the only reason I look at that. So, but it's good to know. This is stuff that's good to know. So I think this comes and takes out the high. Look at this 10-minute nice little dip inside the consolidation, and the market's just saying no. We want to go up. Man, now I'm chasing, huh? A little bit of a chaser, eh? All right. She's gonna do pretty much what I said, I think. I think she goes and takes out the high and manipulates. Boy, that would have been an interesting play right there, huh? That would have been my move right there. Just a 1-to-1, not really looking for much. I might even put my stop deeper. Those of you that don't understand how I trade or don't think it's right or don't know, um, you do whatever you want. This is how I trade. But yeah, I would say 40-point stop, something like this, around there. Kind of disappointed that I didn't take it now, obviously, but what are you gonna do, right? This is looking good. This is looking really good. Yeah, there she goes, guys. Well, try to walk you through my my concept there. At least the concept played out. I think it's pretty safe to say we're gonna take out that high, eh? I didn't take it. What can I say? Did anybody else take it? Hopefully we get a W in here somewhere. Somebody has some guts. Some guts, man. Need some guts. Now this is gonna act as your this previous shelf could act as support now. Could that be a decent entry or not? What do you think? I think so. All right, I took it. I took it a little high. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in the market. Oh boy, I'm excited, man. Oh wow, I'm in the market. Wow. Oh, dude. Gotta love trading, man. What's up, guys? You guys doing all right? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing good. I want everyone to win, man. Winning's fun.
A lot of times too, something I've noticed in the past is, Wednesdays will typically create like a high or low of the week. Typically low, but it could be, you know, the high of the week.
Yeah, the higher the low of the week. Definitely, man. I mean, I think the market could go and take out that high. If it doesn't, then, it could be just a little fake out move and, that's what it is. But I think that just based on this 15-minute range, even if we dip a little bit further, you just got to give it some time, man. I think we're going up. If we can break outside of that previous pre-market high right here and close some candle bodies up there, I think we'd be looking pretty good. Overall, guys, gals, yes, I'm in the trade. I took it high, but whatever. I mean, I'm not high. I mean, I could be. Well, let's get one thing straight, okay? What's in my cup is none of your business. What's in my cup is in my cup, all right? I might have added a few orders to this trade. I may or may not have. Because I went really light just in case it pulled back. And as it pulled back, just kind of getting my dollar cost averaging going on. You know what I'm saying? So I got a few trades put on the board. I'll go ahead and show you. As always, we're a little red right now. Have no fear. Cool. So, doing that whole thing. Let's see where I'm at for the week. Where am I at for the week? Not very great. Not great. Not bad, but not great. Not bad, but not great. I added on some heat here, guys. My 1% is now a little bit higher. So these numbers are getting fun. As you scale your account, there'll be moments where, especially for me, where I'll kind of I don't know how to say this the right way, but you have to be accepting that you deserve the money that you're making, right? You have to be accepting. Like you have to feel like you deserve it, you know? So it's kind of one of those things where as you grow your account, for me, I get kind of like more nervous as I start growing it. And I've been here a few times with this amount of money. This isn't even half of what I had in here at one point, but like it got to a place where I was like nervous trading. I hate that feeling. So as you grow your account, just try to just have fun, man. Relax. Like just let the market breathe, baby. Just let it breathe. And plus you're rocking with the best. Come on, man. You got nothing to fear. Let's go. So now as I get into profit here, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I've got to do it kind of fast. So see how I'm kind of like looking good across the board, right? So what I'm going to do is, for me anyways, this is I've kind of scaled in, right? So I'm going to close a couple of positions that look nice in profit, right? So now I close out a couple positions. There's a couple. Now I'm left with two, right? So now I have two positions in profit, and I've deleveraged my position. I have a better average because I had some trades up high when market pulled back. I added, and once I got into profit, right, I closed out my worst trades up here at the top, and I left my ones at the bottom. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Now that's very dangerous if you don't either you're not, because I mean, like, price could just shoot down right here, right? We have no news right now. There's a lot of elements new traders get caught up in, like, oh, I did this thing and then news dropped, man. I lost my whole account. It's like, well, I know there's no news coming out right this second, right? You have to do it in areas where you're confident about structure, kind of where you're at in the market, and then you have a better chance at just being in the green, baby. That's it. Okay, so a little consolidation here. Nothing's really happened. Here's our consolidation zone on the 1 minute time frame. Go ahead and put that around. This is just 1 minute consolidation. Nothing really interesting. So we got our 1 minute consolidation. What are we looking for? We're looking for, after the 1 minute consolidation, we're looking for that expansion, right? That expansion is going to take us up to grab highs. From there, we could see a wicked sell. There could be a lot of selling up here. You just don't know, or we could expand like rapidly. So we're just gonna have to see what it wants to do. It looks like this is the expansion coming in, maybe with no bottom wick on that 1 minute, so it might pull back down. Those are kind of the things, Then you go over here to the 5. Oh, look, no bottom wick on that 5. No bottom wick on the 5. That's super suspect, guys. So if she pops up here too far without creating that bottom wick, I'm out. So these are like those pro tips, man. You've been trading for a while. You've seen this. So that's why you rotate time frames. 3 minute looks good. 1 minute looks like we're expanding. No bottom wick on that 5. So she's going to come up here, grab, and I am exiting my trades when she does. She may not even get there. It's the definition of scalping right here. Okay, she's headed up. She's going to use that as a shelf right there because the 5 minutes still going. So she's got like 52 seconds to grab. Here we go. Let's see if she grabs and then pulls. I think she's going to probably pull down either the next candle or the candle after. She's going to go create that bottom wick though. So why would I give back profits that I know are coming inbound, right? I have to expect that, right? So here we go, 700 on the books. Let's go, keep pushing. Let's see, it's got 27 seconds. She's got to use this as a shelf right here for this to still be in play. You don't have to get out of the trade. Whoops. You don't have to get out of the trade if you don't want to. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm probably going to close half of this trade and then go from there. It's 7 seconds, guys. So, 2, 1. Let's see if she respects a shelf and pulls up first. All right, she's creating a top wick first. See this happening? So look, I'm going to close half of that trade right there, closing half, going to the next half of the trade. I guess I'll leave it open, but I expect that this candle comes down and creates that bottom wick. I'm expecting that to happen. I don't know if it's going to. Right, and that what that does is it kind of messes up the if it does that, right? If price comes down here and creates this bottom wick, right? Right here. What that's going to do is that it's going to, on the 1 minute, possibly disrespect this shelf. Then this starts to act as what? Resistance. Then what happens? Then you get a move that is more, could be more like this. Depends, right? If this pulls down real fast, okay, that's all about where these candles end. You see where this candle body ends? Into the shelf, like it ended into the shelf in the consolidation field. We're going down there. I can't speak fast enough. My mind already knows what's happening. I'm exiting my trade right now. That trade, done. Why? Well, because I have to assume that not only are we going to create the bottom wick, but we could get stuck down here and close on this 1 minute time frame. And if you're closing inside of consolidation, then who knows? You might now be, the market might see that as a failed swing. So what that means is the market might look and go, all right, you have your high and then you failed. So now it's kind of like a look above and fail. This would be like, you know, your look above and fail. So, and then let's see what's happening over here. And this is all temporary, guys. I'm talking about like, this is a 1 minute time frame. Come on, you know? So anything can happen. Now, if you're, and so the whole pretty, you know, structure, the beauty of structure, right? Where it's like we can see our shelf, we can see where prices coming back and tapping and yada yada. You see it so clearly. It's gone right now. This wrecked that. This is like a lot of mess now, and it's because we were looking good until this candle right here, and you can see it still wanted to grab. Okay, here we go. So there's. Okay, finally grabbing the high. So the idea panned out. I know some of you are like, why did you hold? Shut up, man. Shut your mouth. But the direction is right. The idea is right. I'd say this is a pretty good win. Yeah? What do you guys think? Did we cook something up today? Let me know in chat. Did we cook something up or not? Is it all fugazi, or did we cook something up? I didn't really take a lot home, but what do y'all think? I didn't take hardly anything on that trade, to be honest. Should have let it rock. David says, I made $200. Thanks. How come there wasn't like 15 wins posted in yesterday? Because we were all on that live session. What's going on? I'm trying to figure it out, man. How about this? Type W in chat if you have a W for the day. Type W in chat if you have a W for the day. Because we got, what, 30 people in? Something like that. Just type W. If you have a W for the day, type W. If, off of that trade, not like your own stuff. I just want to see, not like, you know what I'm saying. Off of that trade, I don't care where you entered. Just let me know, did you get a W or not? Okay, cool. So, like, from what I see, there's 25 people, 24 if you exclude me. So 24 W's should be posted. I got 1, 2, 3. I don't know how you lost. 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I doing wrong? I thought Big Bag Wednesday was to get in here and make money. I thought we were supposed to make money together. I'm going to give you guys a hard time right now because I don't understand that. What's going on? Yesterday we had a win. I didn't even see anybody. I think I saw like a couple people post that win in school. Like we're winning most like 73% of the time around like we're taking it home. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I just have to ask cuz I'm really confused. I don't understand. What can I do better besides the bot? What can I do better besides the bot? Let me know. I don't see anybody, leaving the group, which is funny. So I'm like, all right, obviously they're getting something from this. But when we hop on and I see like 7 people out of 30 get a win, I just question myself, like, what is going on? Do people not like money? Like, I don't get it. Even if it's a demo account and you don't trust me, that's fine. Just have some fun. At least get in and just say, okay, cool, I'm here with the group. I'm gonna participate. Yo, Shams. Good stuff, bro. No worries, man. So tell me what's going on. So like if like it would make sense to me if somebody was like, "Yo, I see where you're getting in. I just don't know about sizing." Or like, "I don't know something. Like just give me a hint." Because when I see that, I go, "Man, how is that even possible?" Like, you know what I mean? It says like 25 people and 7 wins. I don't understand that. Uh, I don't know. Maybe you're just watching? Is that it? I don't know. Maybe you're just watching. Cool. That's cool too. You can watch. I mean, you know, I feel bad. But okay. Anyways, it was is it because the idea was sort of like invalidated at first and then I took it afterwards? That would make sense too. Lower sizing. I did reduce my sizing. Um, what do you think, Troy? I can't figure it out, man.
I mean, I can definitely see the case.
You shut your dirty trap, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, as PTSD. PTSD.
Buying at a premium is a little risky, so I can definitely see that.
Yeah, all right. All right. Maybe that is it. Buying at a premium. Well, yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit. You're buying not only at a premium, you're buying at all-time highs. So it's like you add that on top of the mix. Like, yeah, we're gonna buy at a premium, but also all-time highs. Uh, it's crazy, man, because Warren Buffett talks about this, and it's just um, I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, but like, these guys dollar cost average, man. They don't give a shit when they buy, to be honest. They don't. They bought at the best times and they bought at the worst times. A trick question to someone would be, do you think how often do you think Warren Buffett buys right before what he's buying goes up? How often? And people will say, "Oh, probably 90%," because they know nothing about trading. Go do your research. Warren Buffett has more trades, more times than more times he's bought and prices go down than prices went up. It's like 40 something percent of the time or something, which is actually pretty good. But he holds them, man. He doesn't care about what's happening today or tomorrow, next month, or whatever. Do you know how stupid he looks right now for dumping Apple? He dumped half of his Apple stock, guys. Half. He has $330 billion in cash sitting on the sidelines. Why? Look at the market. Do you think he did a good job? And this is Warren freaking Buffett, bro. Like, this is the GOAT. So, do you really think they have some algorithmic mechanical edge? Hell no, bro. They're guessing just like you, just like me, just like everybody else. They can't predict the future. They never will, and neither will you. And the faster you can accept that, the more that you'll understand that whether you're buying at all-time highs or not, it makes zero difference as far as how risky it is. Zero. Zero. Do you know why? Because the odds are still in your, the odds are still the same, bro. Nothing's changed. Do you know how many times the market breaks all-time highs rather than respects all-time highs or something like that? I'm sure you could go and look that up too. And my guess is you're not going to find an edge there either. If there was, everyone would trade it, bro. Everyone would be like, we're at all-time high short. But that's not what happens, okay? So how do we get around that? How do we maneuver there? Well, I have a little strategy I showed you this morning. Maybe you'll use it in the future. What happened on this 15-minute candle right here, right? We closed above the opening range. That's your tell. There it is. We had a shelf on a 15. I mean, excuse me, on a 1 minute right here, right? Got disrespected a little bit, but that was the idea. It's the trade setup. We were up here. I'll go ahead and back it up so we can see it again. A little bit of teaching this morning. So here it is. What's your target? Your target is the highs. All right. It's about 29 points. Very close. What's your stop? Depending on who you are, you know, I like to at least get a 1-to-1, and I like this to be 40 points. That's my, because the markets, why do I have 40? Why 40 points on the NASDAQ? Why? Because I've spent thousands of hours backtesting, and I can tell you that 40 points is pretty close. In fact, 50 or 60 points is still close during the first couple hours of the open because there's a lot of volume. So why the hell would I want my stop loss to be 20 points when I know that is going to get hit? Why would I do that to myself? Because I'm that arrogant that I believe that there's some strategy out there that exists that you can have a super tight stop and always get a 5-to-1 or a 3-to-1 or even a 2-to-1. Stop being so arrogant and thinking that that exists. It doesn't exist. So I put my stop at 40, but it's a light stop. Why is it a light stop? Because I don't know if when we get down there, it's actually going to invalidate my trade idea. Maybe I'll speak on that a little bit, but let's just play this out a little bit. Okay, price comes down. That kind of freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie, that freaked me out. So I held off. Hold on, let's hold off here. Look at the 15-minute candle. Right, we still. This is the opening candle right here. This is the first 15-minute candle right there. Right? So just want to, sorry, my bad. What is going on here? Oh, this isn't my bad, guys. Hold on. I was looking at the wrong side. Let me open this up. There we go. Just want to make sure we're looking at the same thing. See the 15-minute candle, right? And so this finally closes. We'll go down to the 1 minute again. I know. Stay with me. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So market pulls back, but then pulls up and then closes up here, right? Right here. This is where it closes right there. 9:30 candle right there. Boom. Right? And it closes just like a little bit above the range. This candle right here. Right? So there's the first 30-minute, first 15-minute candle right there. This one closes above the range, just barely. Okay? And gives you the hint, sorry, right there, hint that we're going higher. Right? So that's your market direction. You have a target. The target are the highs right here. This is the highs. So you have a target, you have direction. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Just look at that shelf. Boom, disrespected, pulls back through it. Access support. We got in somewhere in here in the consolidation zone. No bottom wick on this 5 minute. I probably should have left that alone. You can see there's still no bottom wick. I bet you price goes down there and creates that bottom wick at some point. I have no doubt that it will. I believe that it will, but maybe not right now. It could be tomorrow. It could be next day. Look it over here. Look, there's no bottom wick here either. On these lower time frames, by the way, you zoom out. Here's what you want to do. Zoom out. Go find wicks that don't have a top or a bottom wick that haven't been filled in to the right. Does that make sense? Like, let's see if I can find one. I think right here is one, possibly. Okay, here's one. See this right here? No bottom wick, right? And hasn't been filled in to the right. Okay, it's a 5 minute time frame. Probably should leave that alone. If it was like a 4 hour time frame or a daily time frame, right? Or even a 1 hour time frame, or even a 30 minute is better than 15 or better than 5. So I'd have more confidence. Does that make sense? That might get filled in. So I probably should have left that alone. It's okay though. But I'm just trying to give you guys sort of an idea of where my head is at. So, now we have our consolidation. You have your leg up. You have consolidation. You have a leg up. This is how price works. So next move is up, right? Then you'll have consolidation. You'll have a move up. Now this is like in a perfect world, right? But that's why this kind of freaked me out. Dipping below this range kind of freaked me out. So didn't get the best, I should have held. That's really what it boils down to. I should have held a little bit. I mean, look, how many times do you say that, right? A lot. I've been trading for a long time. But the reality is that you're not going to win them all the way that you want to, right? Right, Mike?
Well, Warren Buffett would have held, so why didn't
Warren Buffett would have held. Facts. That's facts. Okay, so now what do we have? Well, there is our shelf. Put that up here. We also have a fair value gap right there. So a shelf accompanied with a fair value gap. It's pretty good. The middle of those gaps like to get filled right about there. Closing the candle body just below the consolidation range. So you really want to see these candle bodies respect the range to continue the trend. Right. So we'll go ahead and I'll follow price action just a little bit. Now the question is, could you get in here? And like the short answer is yes, that's a continuation. All of those are continuation trades. So I'd be looking at the time. You got about 12 minutes until news hits. So, right, let me make sure 12 minutes until news hits. Oh no, we got, yeah, PMI 10. Yeah, that already dropped. Wait, sorry, my bad. 1:45. Wow, that already dropped. So yeah, 10 a.m. Oh, because I'm on Central and it's 10. Okay. So yeah, 12:45. So we got plenty of time. So 1:45 Eastern is when Powell speaks. So you got like nothing's happening right now. So just a little bit of a continuation. Nothing's really happening. And let's check out Bitcoin. It's just kind of like stagnant right here. Hasn't really chosen a direction, but I think it did break out though, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nice little volume bounce back right here. Still not looking great though on volume for BTC. Yeah, so continuation trades can, the hard part is knowing when the trend will end. Nobody knows that. Does that all make sense, what I was saying earlier? And does anyone have any questions? I think I'm gonna probably take a look at some other things here just for fun. Yeah, I mean the NASDAQ, like could you take that trade? Yes. Again, 40 points or so, on the stop, volume is still looking pretty good. So 40 points is really not that big of a deal. So 40 points could be like, you know, you could equal that to like 1% of your account or 3% or 5%, whatever. You know, if you're working with a smaller account, sometimes it makes more sense to try to compound quickly with really solid trade setups. This isn't as solid of a trade setup because we've already pushed, right? Getting in down here where we originally thought of this was the move. And it was just, there's your 40 points right there. So, I mean, that was the move. Who knows if she'll fade back now and then potentially reach higher highs later in the day. You know, maybe it's after Powell speaks that she goes to higher highs. So we'll just have to like wait and see. But yeah, that's kind of like your continuation move. Does anyone have anything they want me to check out as far as other assets or other pairs? Let me know. Man, Apple's cruising. Sheesh. Apple's on fire, man. Nvidia's looking pretty good now. Yeah, gold's going to range a little bit more. Does anyone have anything they want me to take a look at? Rocket, if you're still in chat, let me know if I answered your question. Pretty sure I did. Okay, so I guess we could take a look at Euro USD for a second. We were kind of toying with this idea that the reversal was inbound, and then it's just kind of been a little messy down here, but let's see. Let's go to the daily first. Yeah, I mean, lower low, lower highs. I mean, here's your path right here. Right, so lower low, lower high. That's on the daily. Kind of a squeeze pattern. All right, so this is just like the market deciding whether or not it's going to break down, create another leg, or possibly reverse. What I see is consolidation. We'll call this whole thing consolidation there for Euro USD. And then I think up above us, we have a shelf that has not been tapped. So I'll line that out. Come on. Shelf. There we go. Yeah, so I could see Euro pulling up to this area here. And then what we want to look for is a break of this level. This is going to be the resistance level for now. And once we break above that level, once Euro breaks above that level, she would probably use it as a springboard. So something like this to ultimately make her way up here. Let's take a look at volume. And then a 4 hour. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, volume's pretty flat. Pretty flat volume. So let's see. 4 hours not really giving anything. Really flat volume on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, you do have a little increase in volume, specifically this candle that we're on right now. So here is could she break above, you know? If she breaks above this level, then leaving a pretty big gap right there, too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see how those pan out, but breaks above here, and then you have really there's your low, there's your high, that's your range. Everything in between is kind of noise. So this is all internal. This is internal range. A lot of that is internal range. So I mean, that's your major range. And so if she can break this level, she can probably get up to the highs at least. But volume looks pretty good. Yeah, volume looks good. Just needs to get above here. This peak needs to get above this peak. And then you could probably expect higher prices, but still kind of iffy right now, honestly. I don't really see anything clear. I'm not going to look at scalps because I'm not really interested in scalping it. Where is that JPY pair? Let's see. Was it USD JPY? Was it JPY? No. Was it USD JPY? Oh yeah, it was. It was USD JPY. Yeah, this was killer. This was a good trade setup. Now, you know, obviously these already panned out. I'm gonna delete these. Congrats, Dakota. That was a nice trade right there. Yeah, I mean, we break above the prior swing point on this 4 hour. This is nice. This looks like a potential reversal. Here's your shelf. I mean, the continuation here is actually pretty close. Something like this. You know, you just have to understand, like, price can eat into this area down here, you know, and you could still be bullish. But this looks like a nice break. There's your retest of this swing right here, this level. And then she's out of here. It's not as clean as some of the other setups, but it's definitely a trade idea. I like it because it changes character on this 4 hour. So there's your change of character. Let's see, the daily doesn't really speak that. The daily says that we went up, we tapped a relative shelf, and we're respecting the downtrend is what the daily says, actually. So could you get a bounce from the 4 hour? Potentially. You could potentially get that bounce. Just depends on how the market reacts here. So I'll leave this up. Something like that looks pretty decent to me. We made a lower low, and then the market reacted, came up to a daily shelf. She did respect the shelf, but let me see something else. What do you notice about this candle right here? USD JPY candle. What do you notice about that? It's big. Yeah, it's big. Yeah, exactly. So no top wick. So, okay. I think that this is a pretty good idea, man. I'm gonna put this a little higher. Might even want to get in like now because there's no top wick. She's pushed pretty aggressively here. Look at the volume. Oh, the volume just like goes exactly with what I was thinking. That's nice. Let's see here. Hold on. 4 hours, okay. Let's see the daily. Oh, I don't like the daily at all. The daily sucks. I like the 1 hour though. Let's see. Yeah, man. I think you could be looking at higher prices for sure. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to say USD JPY up. Yeah. I think we could be looking at some nice higher prices here for USD JPY. And let's see. I mean, stop loss, you know, or relative stop loss, you have to understand it could still come down and remain intact. This could come all the way down to the consolidation. Like here's the start of the move. So these are your order blocks. It come all the way down here and still be a W pattern. You know, there's your win. But if she's really bullish, she won't go down there. She'll probably just respect this shelf. That's what we'll be going for. So if you want to make it a cheap trade or try to squeeze a lot out of it, put a relative stop somewhere in there. You know, you just have to understand that you could get wicked out. I just don't see any other areas here where traders might be putting their stops. So yeah, that's kind of the idea for USD JPY. Cool. Anything else? Um, Rocket, we do like when you're a member inside of the Mindset Trading Group, you get access to our daily trading. So, um, I mean, excuse me, you get access to the Wednesday for life. So, like what we're doing right now, sometimes I don't live stream it, but we do it every Wednesday. So, as a member, you can come in and trade live with us every Wednesday until the group no longer exists, which is never going to happen. I will be trading in my 80s, bro. So, you're good to go. But then if you want to trade with me every day, then you would join Minus Live. And so I think it's a really good value for what we offer and what I do. I spend a lot of time, way more time than I probably should. I take that back. I love what I do, man. It's not even more time than I should. I love what I do. So we've kind of scaled back just for the holidays now. We're doing, well, we're still trading a lot. We're still trading 3 days out of the week, but we do a market overview on Mondays. And then I am planning on jumping on, I might even jump on this Friday. So it's kind of like if you want to trade with me pretty much every day. I was doing it Monday through Friday. Now I kind of backed off just because of the holidays. A lot of people traveling. I was traveling. I needed to get some other stuff done. But that group is only accessible if you're a member of the Midas Touch Trading Group. And that's just how we have it set up, man. So there is a paywall. I want people to come in that are serious. I don't like the whole, people get in and then they don't put any effort in and then they want to complain about why they're not successful. It's just like, I just don't like that. It's like giving a kid a free car or making them pay for it. Which one do you think they'll respect more? So anyways, the first step for you, if you're not a member, is to join the 4-day trading challenge. And it's basically 4 days of me showing like everything that I do. It's like a water hose to the face. But the benefit of that is that I'm getting people now that have gone through the challenge and are not completely green. So, when they enter the group, they kind of know what's going on. They're not like totally lost, and it makes it a lot easier to like be a mentor for those people than to not show anything, just give you a bunch of content that hopefully you absorb. It's like, no, we're doing this live. You're going to be there. And if you're not there live, you don't get it. It's just the way I like to roll. So there's a lot of different styles out there. A lot of different ways to win. Your vibe is your tribe, baby. That's it. So find someone you click with find a group, find a mentor, find a coach, somebody that is better than you, that you can, like when I was playing basketball, I would play with people that were better than me. I hated playing people that were not as good because I would never learn. So whatever that means to you, that's what I would suggest doing. And it's $147 a month. It's not like $100 a month or whatever. It's there's a set price already. Man, I remember taking guitar lessons that were like $150 a lesson. So I feel like this is a pretty good deal since we're making you money. Like those didn't make me money. So I was thinking about that. It's like, yeah, dude. That's why I'm in here. I'm like, hey, who got the W? Who made money today? And like I see 7 people. I'm like, okay, all right. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna have to.
No, you're not.
Off,
No,
so.
you're not. I actually already hopped off. I hopped off
Had
already.
a great day with everybody.
Yeah.
Big bag.
Yeah,
Got a little
man.
money. Got some W's.
Yeah, I feel like today was pretty good. That continuation trade panned out as well.
Probably because he loves trading. So do I. I love it. I can't imagine life without trading. But anyway.
Yeah.
Peace, guys.
Later, Troy. Later, brother. I'm gonna head out to you guys. This secondary, continuation trade was pretty good. That's panning out too. So hopefully somebody got a W on that. But this one I didn't take. So if you didn't, I'm not even mad at you if you didn't take that. It was just an idea. We'll see those of you in the live room. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and we'll get after it, man. It'd be another great day in the neighborhood, baby. We got W's all week. Let's go. See you guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Of course. Bye, David. Bye, y'all. Appreciate you. Bye. All right, so now those of you that are still with me on YouTube, we're gonna rock. We're going all day. We're doing it all day, baby. We're pulling an all-nighter. Who's with me? Type with you in chat, or I'm off of here, baby. I'm off. I'm out. I'm gone. Let me see it. Who's with me? Come on. I know you guys want to trade all day. Let's go. We're pulling an all-nighter, baby. We got Noob Master. WU. He's with me. Let's go. Who else do we got? It's like 6 of us. We're gonna take down the world all day, baby. Let's go. I'm messing with you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Just it's fun, man. I love doing this. I love what I do. If you want to learn more, that link, it's no bait and switch, man. We really do show you everything as far as the strategy goes. And if you're already in there, cool. I know a lot of people are, but cool. Yeah, man, that you took that continuation trade. Both of you guys did. That's awesome, man. See, some people get in, and that's what I was saying. Like, I wonder, like, what's going on, man? Like, I'm literally, like, making money over here, and I want them to make. I want everyone to make money. But I get it. There's a lot to this, and some people, I think a lot of people are just kind of like a fly on the wall because they've been screwed. They've been so beaten down by the market. They're just like, okay, I'm just gonna watch for a little while. But yeah, man, oh, that's cool. Oh, you're in the group. Okay, right on. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see that there's some people out there that are really serious and taking action. I think that's awesome. So yeah, man, good luck, everyone. Have a great day so far. Appreciate you dropping that. And yeah, come join me. I don't know when we're going to do the challenge next, but I'm coming up with the date soon. It's just with Christmas and everything, it's been a little crazy, but I'm literally hopping on with Troy right now, and we're going to figure it out. So just join the wait list with that link, and then I'll let you guys know. And then when you get access to the group, it'll all be in there. And yeah, we'll have some other cool content for you as well. So, and if you're already part of the Midas Touch, then love you, dog, and I will see you later. Bye. Peace. Peace in the Middle East too, man. Let's pray for that. All right.